Oh man, the final stretch for this mission. I can't stand it. This was an hour and 50 minutes from this point to the end, and you guys are only gonna get the highlights. There is no way I would commentate over that. The longest I ever did was 2.5 hours for like a long play of Dragon Quest V, and I was having fun. this mission, this mission, I was just pissed at. And it's not like I said, I've completed these missions before, but it's just that I was running out of money a lot in this mission, and I would spend too much and then have to wait it out, and then come back, spend a little more. The thing I have is that there was 36 or 3,800 population before I started, so I know that one of these residential blocks can get me about 1,500 people. So this will be worth it. Like, this one section would be enough if it gets fully evolved, or at least close to fully evolved. And here's where the aqueducts are getting in the way, so I get pissed off about that. And it's okay because, you know, backup plan, go around it. You don't need that many zones to get a decent sized population. Anyway, it's because I have a zone of about 300 to 400 people in that one area that I don't care about up north. Overall, it turned out to be an okay thing, because it gave me the population boost after this third zone. Now, I have a decent and what appears to be stable configuration up there, and that's why I decided this was the year to do this. So I have to extend the aqueducts down and build around. If anything exciting happens, I'll make sure to point it out and commentate on it, but for right now, I think I'm just gonna mention that I don't know what it was about this game that actually, it's like, this game is frustrating to the point of you want to quit after a while. I think I'm gonna suffer it out. Suffer it out? Is that used in the right context? I think I'm gonna duke it out and just finish all these missions again. See, I've already done my time. You know, I've already actually done every mission on the hardest difficulty, and I'm not gonna set this to more than just normal right now because I don't have anything to prove with people. You know, I just want to show this. This is just for entertainment purposes, and it's in my GOG library, so I might as well tackle it and get it out of the way. So is it more of an obligation than an enjoyment? Well, kind of, but at the same time, it's not a horrible game. It's just executed wrong in many areas. But I guess for the time, people didn't know. Like, I shouldn't have built that aqueduct there, but at the time, people didn't know that it could get better. And this is, I guess, the limits of the AI at the time. People could program it in and say, you know what would be great? A fucking push system. Despite the fact that physics tells you that pulling is better than pushing when it comes to moving heavy loads, especially up inclines or especially over a ledge. Pulling is a lot better. And you'd think that with that knowledge, like the aqueduct right there is all spammy, so I have to actually destroy it and rebuild it so I can get a road underneath of it. That's the problem with doing that. It doesn't reset. And you have that little nub coming off of it. And I didn't want to actually build it straight down because, well, I was just trying to minimize the amount of distance I'd have to walk, because I know that the market bitches have to come and get the stuff at the warehouse, and I got 2 furniture warehouses right there. You know, there's no excuse for there not to be any furniture at this point. Well, there is. Bitches can't get fucking food. But, you know, zone it up like normal. And of course, I did a ton of editing here. This hour and 50-minute episode took me, I think, over an hour to edit. So, I not only had to play the game, I'm now editing it, and it's about 40% longer to edit, and now I have to commentate over it, so that's why this episode is so long in coming. Just taking me forever to get this mission done. I would like to say that next mission will be easier, but it has to do with natives on their lands, and you gotta throw missionaries down, and it's annoying. Missionaries are the only thing that can make you build on native land. I killed that one area right there with the residential so that it would tent up properly, but turns out it's not necessary because I have an odd number, I think. Yeah, I have 11 tents there if you count the one I destroyed, so it really doesn't matter what I did at that point anyway. So there's a lot of jumps here, but it's because what I do is I wait for the population to build up, and then for the unemployment, and then I build something else. And I want to do health first, which is why I did clinic, barber, and bath right away. And of course you need markets, so you know, plop a few down there. I wish I could have gotten that corner, but if I had gotten in that corner, then she wouldn't have been able to walk up. So you know, fuck it. And of course you need water. Sorry for clearing the throat so much. It's like I don't know. My throat's all dry and scratchy or something right now. So a lot of problems happened at the same time. There was an army that attacked up north, and they actually killed the reservoir. And because of that, it actually caused all those houses up there to devolve, and it just took them forever to get back on track. Afterwards, because I lost the population, the industry slowed down. The market bitch was, well, busy, you know, with a thumb up or never mind. I'm just bitching. That forum gets caught on fire and I have to rebuild it. So, but that's okay. Of course, the actor colony and the there's a zebra right there. The reason why I called them down there was to kill that zebra who was in the way. But by the time the army gets there, the zebra has moved on. And I couldn't find it. I searched around a little bit. I'm like, fuck, did this zebra go? Because they just get in the way. And they get pissed at you. They fucking attack you if you let them. And that's annoying. So, you know this block's gonna need all the basic city services it can get. Every once in a while I plop down a plaza to make it nicer, and I'm trying to get money. I go pretty far in the negative here, so Caesar's favor drops. It's almost at 100% right now. And in fact it is, and it drops down to below the mission requirement, so I have to... And you can only raise it. Every year you're not in debt, it goes up by 1. And every time you fulfill an order, it goes up by, I don't know, 5 or something. So, something like that. Which means usually favor starts at, what, 20 or 30? So, I find it better to put religion on the outside. I now only really want to put it on the inside when it's necessary at the beginning, so... Like, these aren't... Oh, God, who rode across the mountains on elephants, but he lost? Hammurabi? Was it? Anyway. So I plop an oracle down just to appease the gods because I'm getting higher population, you know, so... And I have to actually order the marble, you know, set to training, accept, and then stop accepting as soon as I get a couple pieces. I think I still have one more piece. So anyway, that was the fire. So I gotta plop it back down. Here's time for another warehouse. I think this will help. I'm deciding what I'm gonna put here. And I want to get food down here, so I accept wheat, I think. Or, yeah. And I set it to getting goods. Because my argument is if I can fill this granary up, that would be fantastic. But I turn off my industry for clay right now because I have more than enough pottery. And I expand my ore industry because I never get a chance to sell all 25 weapons each year, and I'd like to do that because it's the best money source. And it does keep me afloat. So there's always that for you. I got so much fucking furniture, man. And I only have those 2 wood dudes going, and what, 4 or something at furniture's like, you don't need that much furniture, man. So I'm probably making still too much oil. Anyway, I'm trying to kiss Neptune's ass right there because he sunk all my ships. So I just plopped down some Neptune temples and he got off my back. And now I'm thinking, well, another granary might help, right? You know, I might get more wheat out of it. Actually, that granary's, the whole purpose of that granary was something simple. Now I'm trying to kiss Ceres' ass because Ceres fills up your granaries if you please him, and he didn't fill that one up. It's just that all the wharfs are now putting fish in that granary, and they're not putting fish in any other granary. So that is giving me a local supply of food, and the one up north can still get all the wheat. Even though it's not working the way I want it to, it does help. And of course, you know, put a theater down there to help with entertainment. And there's another Ceres temple just to kiss his ass. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out ways to... There you go, plop, I think. No, I don't plop it there. I know I plop him somewhere. I'm trying to exalt him. See, look at that. My prosperity's fine. My culture is a little bit lower than it needs to be, but that does fix. And my favor's low because I've been in debt so much. So, It's not that like I'm pissing him off to the point of now. This is where I need the Colosseum. Well, I need to adjust it a little bit. So I need another actor colony around there because if I want to put theaters on the outside, the actors won't really be able to walk very efficiently from the rich bitch district all the way down, even though there's no rich bitches there. So anyway, I'm pumping culture up by plopping a school down. And here I decide to reorganize this. I said, you know what, I am going to lose population here, but everything is fine because I will put down more buildings that way. And when those things spring up, I'll put a middle one, just like that. And everything will be fine. Here, I think I'm trying to put more markets because I'm convinced I need more markets because they keep popping up and popping down. I just need more food. That might have been a bad idea because that means that less food is being dispersed between more markets. So I don't think all these markets were the way to go, but it was the only thing I could think of at the time. You know, and it was really bothering me that I just couldn't get food. So why not, you know? Well, I mean, there's reasons not to. Anyway, here I am trying to just squish in more houses wherever I can. In a way, that's not a good idea right there because I can plop fountains down, but the ones in the middle won't get fountains. And I realize that, so I destroy them. And here I put this fountain there because there's two little tents there that are never getting water, and I didn't realize until just now. The whole game I didn't realize those two tents were still there. But it's okay because there's an odd number anyway, so they don't affect anything. Just squishing in more population. And here I need to reorganize this. I need to put another prefecture and engineer post probably here because I need to put the Colosseum here. And there's a space up there that I'm going to put the actor colony, so I just basically reshuffle it. I didn't quite want it that close to the houses, but I waited for it to get some employment. Actually, at that point I didn't. I was getting impatient. And that requires, I think, 100 employment. No, the Hippodrome requires 100. I think the Colosseum requires 30 or 50. So I just plopped this down. And I do have a lion pit, so it does take them a little while to get lions, but other than that, it's fine. And you actually have to have a Colosseum to get rich bitches. They want it, but they don't want it near them. It's really bizarre. Another school for culture. Schools, libraries, and theaters, culture. And entertainment in general, so amphitheaters help with that, and other things. The actual schools don't. The actor colony, the gladiator school, those don't help with culture. You actually have to have the output for it. So here I am waiting. And I'm getting the bright idea that the granary down where the wheat is, where I'm importing it, is probably not necessary at this point. So, oh, look at this little trick right here. See how I forced that? Bam! You see how there's now a medium insula behind that one, right there, behind that one house? So I basically have 3 houses away now that are both getting access to that road and those services. Little trick you can do. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's fun when you do it because you just squish in that much more population. And as long as that stays serviced, it won't go away. And you get what 30 more people, something like that, 30 or 40, if you have the space behind them. Here I know I need more food, and I've tried to build bridges here, and I can't. There's no space to build an engineering's bridge, a ship bridge. I probably don't actually need a ship bridge, but since I'm fishing, I would. So I took out all the footage of me trying to put up a bridge and failing. I just decided to say, hey, you know what? These fish can deliver food to some granary somewhere, you know? I don't care where. Even if it takes them a long time in transit. See how there's 3 sections there? It's good for a dock or an engineering bridge, but on the other side I have that space filled up with a wharf. So that would be the one spot to put a bridge. And it doesn't work right. Not in my setup. So everyone's just going to cross that bridge and throw food in another granary. It takes them forever to get anywhere. If I had warehouses accepting fish, I probably would have gotten further, but they always want to try and deliver to a granary first. And here I am just putting tents up, you know. We're getting close to the end, guys. Just bear with me. So I think I'll enjoy the next map a little more. Put missionaries in the right spot, you're fine. Just more culture. And I have 5,000 people, but I don't have the Caesar's favor I need. And I don't have the culture itself by a point. But that's okay, because all I have to do is kiss Caesar's ass. Here's a gift. That takes a percentage of your personal funds, right? It doesn't take any given number. And that's your personal funds, not the city funds. Of your salary. So anyway, I'm thinking I need a couple more points in culture. And my denarii is going down, so I'm like, okay, where can I put in some libraries or some shit? You know? and afterwards I still had a culture point, but I guess it miraculously popped up in culture because I'm just gonna kiss Caesar's ass and I'll win the mission. And I'm here, I'm just constantly checking. I'm like, oh, come on, come on. Well, I need favor. Look at that, 39 favor. I just need one more point. So I get frustrated and I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna save and see if this works. I'm gonna save, and I just saved right there. So this is where I'm thinking, okay, my population's 5,100. Oh, things are de-evolving. Yeah, that's not a good idea. That's not good. That sucks. So I'm waiting for them to put the fire, and then my population just dropped. But I'm thinking, wait a minute, I still have population in my buildings. All I need is 3 more favor, because my culture is now 70 of 60. So you know what, Caesar, you're gonna get a big ass gift, and I'm gonna fucking win, right? So I click on it, and there you go, I win. So I was getting so fucking impatient. And here's my promotion screen. Yay, sorry for the black border, but that's just, there's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, next mission will be a lot better. Thanks for sticking through with me. I'll be happy to just do a monologue of the comments or whatever, so that'd be fine. Like, you know, like you post, and then I'll mention them in my commentary here. Because doing this commentary live for this game kind of sucks. Alright, there's the victory screen, and they were done. And we're going to go to the peaceful one next time, because I found them to be harder, I really do. And we're going to go to, I think, the other one, that one, yeah. See you next time.